Kevin's card collecting is in the house. I'm getting better there, Kevin. I'm probably about 80%. 80%. But I couldn't not try to get a video in today, just out of my dedication to my channel, my subscribers. So I just wanted to try and get back in the saddle. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, you could probably hear it a little bit in my voice. I'm not coughing as much anymore. It was bad over the weekend. It was pretty bad. But yeah. My only hesitation is your voice sounds better. Good deal. Yeah, it does. But yeah, but right now it's like up in my sinuses. So usually when I put my eyeglasses on so I could read, it does make it a little bit more difficult, but we'll see. This is probably the first time I've had my glasses on in about 3 or 4 days now. So we'll see how it goes. I've been trying to wing everything else I would do when I could do stuff on my computer, or getting eBay orders ready or things like that. We'll give you an update. I got the payment yesterday. Paul Deitch, he's in the house. Thanks there, Paul, for jumping in with us today. You made it into the live. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you watching my videos there, Paul. I really do appreciate it. Between you and Lucky Lucky, I know you've been watching a lot of videos. I've been seeing the comments coming in on the video watching. I could probably reach my goal a little bit faster if I had more than 2 people help me out. I know I had Marcos Eats help me out a little bit. Me and him needed about the same amount of watch hours, but it looks like he had more supporters than me. I think Marcos Eats made his goal. He got his 4,000 watch hours. He's just waiting to get monetized now. He's under review. But I'm sure in the next couple of months, my guess at the rate things are going probably might be March. Probably springtime. Come March is my guess. Unless something drastic happens on the channel. But you know what? It'll happen in due time. I will give you guys an update on where I do stand on my hours. It is 10:30, but I'm going to kind of wait a little bit to see if we can get a few more people to jump into the channel before I get into my Topps baseball card set for today. But yeah, I've been kind of in my sickness. Instead of being live, going around visiting people on their channels, I have got new subscribers added onto my list. So instead of going negative like I had been, my negativity number has gone down. Kaz is wasting money's in the house. Brewers cards forever. Okay, now I see how it goes. Brewers and then cards forever is one word. I was trying to find your channel name so I could tag that in on my community page. I'm putting on my community page. I put up a post today for all of my Patreon subscribers, and I could not find your channel name, but that's probably why, because it's Brewers and then Cards Forever, capital C, capital F. I will update that after we get off the stream today. Then I think I need just 2 more, and then I'll have all 8 of my Patreon subscribers up to date. I've been out of the game because of health, but I'm back. Okay, there, Brewers cards. Yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm going to be working on this the remainder of this week, getting my Patreon packages ready to get them sent out. I did get my payment. I believe it was yesterday I got my payment from Patreon. Showed up on my PayPal account, so we are good to go there. So I will get, probably because of the way the holiday ended, and the 1st, it probably didn't actually process the payments till after the 1st, so it kind of bumped it out a little bit. But I will get ready to go into, I'll show you guys where I am on my watch hours in just a second here, and then we will get into our content at hand today for the 1972 Topps set. So that gives everybody an update there. So I did get one Patreon member that hopped on board this month so far, which won't get anything sent out for them until February. But instead of 8 Patreons, I do have a 9th. So I do have 9 now. So I'll be adding a new name to the list next month when I receive the payment. OPG! OPG's in the house. I like OPG. OPG. Is OPG, are you up to the north of us? Are you a Canadian? OPG? Because I know OPG baseball cards was the Canadian, it's kind of like the Canadian version of Topps. So, that much I'm kind of aware of there. So I'm going to let my intro run one more time through here. When this finishes here, I'll give you a public watch hours, everything that has been shown, and I'll show you. There's 2 different ways you can check your watch hours. Oops, I missed to end that. It's through your monetization and your analytics. I'll show you how you can check both of those. So without further ado, I'm going to realign my camera here. Let me get it zoomed down on my Grow with YouTube analytics page, or my monetization page there. And then I'll go over that real quick before we get into our history lesson. So let me just get things lined up here real quick. Get this lined up. I'm gonna just do this just so there. All right, that's loading up. All right. So Michael Myers is here. What is the name of your relative who briefly played in the big leagues? Oh, his name was Ben Blomdahl there, Michael. Same last name as mine. His first name was Ben Blomdahl. He played for the Toledo Mud Hens before he became a Major League Baseball pitcher for the Detroit Tigers. But he was only with the Detroit Tigers for 1 year in his Major League Baseball career. Anyone know the history of the word OPG? Sounds like an Indian word. It just might be, Kevin. It just might be. Ethan's Elvis covers and more. How you doing, sir? Jumping in for a second there. I saw we were up to 10. I think this is the earliest I had 10 people in the chat. Never Googled that, but what I think of OPG, I think of Canada for some reason. Doing good. Back to school. Yeah. What are you? You on your lunch break? Are you between classes there, Ethan? Just checking out the channel, seeing how things are going. It's good to have you in here. It's an Obawi word meaning robin. Oh, okay. That is cool to know. Oh, classes start tomorrow, but you're back at college now. Okay. So classes start tomorrow on Wednesday. That's cool. Dearman is in the house. How you doing, Dearman? Yep, I'll be getting your team bag package sent out with some Philadelphia Phillies in it this week too. Okay? So without further ado, so here you can see right down here, I do have 2,728 public watch hours. So the public watch hours that gets posted on here where you grow with YouTube, this kind of gives your everything that's been kind of locked in with YouTube and approved so far. So I need 272 more watch hours according to this. But then if you see on the left here where you have analytics, let's see, I don't have it quite centered there. Analytics, you see where my mouse to the left is circling there? Analytics, you go into your analytics here and you go up say for your last 365 days, which is what YouTube does, they go back 1 year. You can see it shows this here. Everything that shows here is kind of like an estimate. This is just kind of like an estimate on roughly you've had 27.1k views, 3,800 watch hours, more than 1,000 subscribers. Don't have any estimated revenue yet because I'm not monetized. But when you go over, you can hover over these and they'll give you your actual numbers instead of just your estimated numbers. Okay? So, like I have 27,122 views in the last year. And then you go up here and I have 3,752 hours, which means that some of my hours have not been reviewed yet by YouTube and have not been finalized. It shows technically over the last 365 I've had 1,045 subscribers, but I know I'm like at 1,088, I believe, getting close to 1,090. So that kind of gives you an ideal there. And then other than that, the only other stat I just kind of wanted to show you, another milestone I'm getting close to on my personal channel is if you go to your About Me tab, it'll encapsulate and give you total number of views of all your videos on your channel. You can see here I've got 99,539. So I am 461 views away from 100,000 views on my channel, which I consider that to be a milestone. I don't know if anybody else does, but that's quite a few views of your videos. Now these views don't constitute necessarily a whole view of a complete video, but if anyone knows any other additional intel on these, that would be appreciated. But to have 99,539 views, I think I personally consider that a milestone. So oh, that's why Dave Durango calls you Robin. Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, I've heard him do that on his channel. Sometimes I don't know. It's interesting the way Dave, he puns around with everybody, kids around with everybody, tries to have fun. At times, I think he can be mean in some aspects, but not totally. I mean, I guess over time you get to know and understand Dave. All right, 25 Perez is in the house. And yes, we are up to 11, so we are up to double digits. So I am going to get into our content at hand, since I have been rambling on for quite a bit here. But it is nice to be back. Bobby Catalano's here. Laugh out loud. She's got 2 tablets running. Appreciate that Bobby. I know Bobby recently has been watching some of my videos to give me watch hours. I appreciate that, Bobby. But we are going to get into our 1972 tops. All right, our 1972 tops. Let's see, Bobby, and Kevin. Gypsy Queen, right? Did I get that right, Kevin? Is it Bobby Catalano that's the Gypsy Queen around the channels now? Or at least on your channel, Kevin? All right. We're up to 12 people in the stream, so I'm going to get ready to go into our history of the 1972 tops. And then afterwards, we can talk around the channel. All right, we can chit-chat. Kevin's channel, yay. Yes, Bobby is Kevin's Gypsy Queen. That's right, he has a special card that he made for Bobby on his channel with his channel of fame, kind of like I have some of mine down here with Dearman's Baseball over here, Chris Sabo's glasses, Primate, Gourmet, Joe iPhone, KC Nation. That's a little primate sticker right here. It's kind of fallen into his card here. See if I can get it to stand up some more. It's sliding down in the top loader there. But those are some of our my favorite channels that I've heard from and gotten memorabilia from. So without further ado, we are going to get into our 1972 Topps set. Danny and Gray's Toys is in the house. All right, so 1972 Topps. Let me go ahead and make sure I don't knock over my tripod here. So though there had been enough signs to indicate that times were changing, most people continued to believe that no matter how unhappy the ball players might get, they would never go on strike. In the spring of 1972, there was no longer any reason to believe that. There were negotiations in progress concerning some changes in the pension plan, but none of the usual threatening statements that precede a strike. The truth is that the Players Association Executive Director Marvin Miller had already met with 7 clubs in their training camps with no discussion of a strike. But when the negotiations hit a snag, Miller decided to find out if the players would be willing to support a strike if one should be called. The results came as a surprise to the owners, the fans, and probably even Miller himself. There were 673 votes cast on the subject. There were 2 abstentions, 4 members of the Red Sox, 4 Dodgers, and 2 Milwaukee voters cast their ballots against the possibility of a strike. The other 663 voters all said yes. 2 representatives from each club, San Francisco had only one, met in Dallas and agreed to a strike. The strike began on April 1st, and the clubs immediately began to shut down their spring training camps. The season was set to begin on April 5th in Cincinnati, but opening day came and went, and still the ballparks were empty, and the players were at home. The fans, of course, were powerless, except one. President Nixon got involved on April 9th with the suggestion that both sides meet with J. Curtis Counts, director of the Federal Mediation and Conciliation Service. This was done the next day. Things began to move after that. And late in the afternoon of April 13th, there was a joint announcement that the 2 sides had come together, signed a 1-year agreement, and the strike was over. Amid the usual peace and harmony statements from both camps, it was still apparent that the strike had left a bad taste in the mouth of owners, players, and fans. The Hall of Fame welcomed 3 new members, and the selections were popular because all were familiar names to modern fans: Sandy Koufax, Yogi Berra, and Early Wynn joined the Immortals already enshrined at Cooperstown. Sorry about this. I gotta shift this over a little bit so I can get into my page here. 3 other names equally familiar to the baseball public were to move from the sports section to the obituary page. First, on the day after the strike began, the 47-year-old Gil Hodges, manager of the New York Mets and engineer of the 1969 Impossible Dream Team, suffered a heart attack and died. Shortly after the World Series, death came to a man who had been both superstar and symbol. Jackie Robinson was dead at 53. On New Year's Eve, aboard a plane carrying supplies to earthquake victims in Nicaragua, 38-year-old Roberto Clemente died when the plane crashed. On the last weekend of the season, Clemente had become the 11th player in Major League history to reach 3,000 hits. At playoff time, the Baltimore Orioles not only didn't win it, they weren't in it for the first time since the series started in 1969. This time, Detroit won the Eastern title, but not by much. Their margin over the Red Sox was a mere half game. Okay, let me readjust this now. All right. In the West, Oakland had an easier time, winning by 5.5 games. Their confrontation went the full 5 games, with Oakland winning. They did it, for the most part, without their star shortstop, Bert Campaneris, 75, who objected to a pitch that hit him, threw his bat at the pitcher, and was suspended for the rest of the playoff. In the National League, Cincinnati won in the West by 10.5, and Pittsburgh in the East by 11. Their series went 5 games, with the Reds scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th in the final game, the second on a wild pitch to go into the World Series. The World Series returned Campaneris to the Oakland lineup, but another name was missing. A collision at home plate in the final playoff game on a delayed double steal resulted in a pulled hamstring that kept Reggie Jackson out of the entire series. How well matched these two teams were can be shown easily by the fact that the series went 7 games, and 6 of them were decided by 1 run. No pitcher on either side pitched a complete game, and the A's won the finale 3-2 for the championship. Before moving on to the quiz, let's recall for a moment a quote in 1972 by the Chicago Cubs general manager John Holland, whose roster included 2 players making over $100,000. Said Holland, "I know we have reached the saturation point. If our payroll goes any higher, we can't make it." So the cards in this set. Topps had a lot of firsts in this set. The most cards to date, 787. 16 cards. Cards number 341 to 348 and 491 to 498, picturing top stars in their boyhood years in action. Cards featuring baseball's 72 best in game action on a card following each one's regular card. Then, of course, you have the traded cards, card number 751 to 757, of 7 leading stars who went to new teams after their original 72 cards were completed, and 6 cards showing baseball's major awards. Roberto Clemente, card number 309 and 310, and Hoyt Wilhelm, card number 777, appeared for the last time as active players. Rod Carew's card, number 695, at the time was valued at $40 and was number 1 in value for the set. So, of course, this set has 787 cards, and we're going to highlight them like I normally do in this fashion. So I'm going to disconnect my phone from my tripod so I can highlight each of the cards in this set, okay? So I'll try not to be too shaky. Try and position here. I'm going to unplug my phone just so the cord doesn't get away in its way as I'm going through these cards. But without further ado, we will go through and highlight these cards in the 1972 Topps baseball card set. All right. Do have kind of a different type of layout. I like the way the teams are highlighted like a 3D type look on the top. You can see the Red Sox and the Reds there, Ray Culp, Bob Tolan. But at least for this one here, I'm going to just highlight through the cards and let you guys see them. Wife got me December Beckett, even when Oh yeah, I have a hard time reading my Beckett's too. The prices are just way too small. That's why I have a nice little lit magnifying glass that I can go in there if I do need to check on some of the prices and stuff. Bobby says she'll be right back. Most likely she'll let it keep running while she's gone for a second here. But there we go. We got the Topps baseball checklist. It kind of looks like a little reader board there. I like the layout of the checklist in this set. All right, but I'm going to just go through and highlight these cards and let you guys enjoy them. I'll try and look at the chat every once in a while to see if there's anything I need to respond to. I almost tried to come live yesterday, but I wasn't quite up to as well as I'm feeling today, so still have a little bit of congestion. It's more up like in my sinuses, which when I was watching the football games on Sunday and stuff, my eyes were really watery, so I definitely could not wear my glasses that day on Sunday. Yesterday probably would have been questionable doing a baseball player history. I might do a combined video this week with a baseball team and a baseball player in a dual video stream. I'm kind of to get a double duty one set up here. There you go. Hall of Famer Carl Yastrzemski in action. Bob Barton. Oh, I see. This is the one where they have the in-action shot right after the regular card. So I should go this way with these. Yeah, see Glenn Beckert. John Ellis. There we go, back-to-back Willie Mays. That's cool looking cards. Harmon Killebrew. Bud Harrelson. Those were cool back-to-back type cards of the same players. Angel Mengal. Gold Cup card. And yes, at the end I will turn it around so you can see that I'm here. I'll do my normal sign off like I always do when we are done with the stream later. Still hanging in there with 11 people in the stream. Double digits. Wonder how long it'll take me to start getting back up to 20 people in the streams. Been a long time since I've had that many people in the streams. I think I had in the 20s back before I went to work for Amazon when I took a hit. That did cost me something there, that's for sure. But you know what? It was definitely a learning experience trying to go back to the workforce. So now I'm just trying to plug away and just keep an eye on my budget. That's what you have to do when you're on a set income. But the Lord has blessed me with at least a double pension. And in about 7 more months, I'll start getting my Social Security. I'll start drawing my Social Security. And that'll be the third blessing. So, oh, Dearman's under the weather now. Sorry, I know Uncle Don didn't give it to you. I'm too far from you. And it sure didn't come through the YouTube channel to get you. But yes, it is not fun to be sick. Oh man, when I was hacking away this weekend, it was painful to cough. Let me say that. And it's been probably almost 2 years since I was that sick last. My dad did. He just got over a head cold. Yep, that's what I'm finishing up there. I am finishing up a head cold. That's what it was. It started like right in my chest and worked its way up. It's just the last part is lingering on, so I'm taking my medicine. My daughter's a medical assistant. She's been helping her dad out, getting the right meds into me without spending a whole lot of money and without having to go to the doctor. It's nice having somebody in the house that's in the medical profession. And then we do have a niece that's a registered nurse. She works in one of the big hospitals in Bellevue. So between the two of them, they're a blessing to us. That's for sure. Helps save us some money going to the doctors when we don't really need to they're only going to give us the same stuff that my daughter and niece knows will work for us, that we can get over the counter. Oh, that's pretty neat. A team card, the Cubbies card there. I wonder if, that's not the way they did all the team cards, but that's a cool looking Cubs card there for a Cubs fan. 13 people in the house. We got some people, 14 people. Bouncing between four. It must have been somebody jumped in to check us out and said, oh, wait a minute. I don't know what they're doing here. Super short print card breaks. I'm finally feeling better today, dealing with this head cold for almost a week. That sounds like me. There's super short print card breaks. It's not fun, is it? But I'm hoping to shake it this week. We're supposed to get snow next week. Or starting actually the end of this week, a little bit until Sunday, and then we're supposed to get snow for quite a few days possibly. So hopefully it does not pan out like they're predicting. But with the Pacific Northwest, you never can tell. Oh my word, you have an autographed card of my cousin with the Fayetteville Generals. That's even earlier in his career. That is so cool. How did you get that, Michael? That is so cool. My word. Yep, I'm friends with my cousin on Facebook, but I've reached out a few times. But I do have about a dozen or so of his cards. But I've tried to reach out to see if he would autograph some for me. But I know he had a rough time when his wife passed away from cancer. And that's kind of what ended his baseball career, which I don't blame him. I probably would have done the same thing in the same situation as him. I would choose taking care of my wife and being with her as long as possible in the same situation. But I know since he has remarried and does seem like he has a nice happy life, him and his wife. But it's, well, I do tons of through the mail autograph collecting. I will mail it to you. Who's SSP? Oh, really? Well, I don't want to take your autograph cards. It sounds like you collect a lot of autographs, though, don't you? That is cool. Is that how you got that one with him signing on the Generals? That is way too cool. Well, if I did get that one, it would be cherished. That's for sure. Michael, you still in the chat? Sorry. Gotta pay attention here. Still got a dozen people in the room. Oh, we got double cards again here. There's Hank Aaron. Double Hank Aaron cards there. $2.99 and $300. Yes, he's here. Hey, Michael, are you familiar with Wally Bunker? Are you familiar with Wally Bunker? If you stick around to the end, I'd like to show you some Wally Bunker cards I got. George Mitterwald. Lucky. Sorry about your bills, Paul. Oh. Alright, I see where he responded and said, yes, I'm here. Maybe he's double checking to see if he has any Wally Bunkers. I don't need any Wally Bunkers signed. I just would be willing to share one with you. And they're all the cards I have are hand autographed on card autos of Wally Bunker. I don't have Bunker. He pitched for there you go. See? Oh, did you look him up and see? Yeah, he actually pitched I can't remember if it was just him by himself or a combined no-hitter in the World Series. I don't have Bunker. He pitched for the Orioles. Alright, Opachi. Thanks for spending some time with us here this morning. Do appreciate you stopping by. If you're able to, if you can just let the stream run, that would be awesome. I'm going to try and let this run for a little while today. Try and get some extra bonus watch hours by a longer live stream. But that's only if we can find stuff to talk about and chit-chat about. I'm thinking down the road here about possibly doing another auction soon. But I want to try and get some good cards and good items together. I don't know if I can do the good stuff like Ethan does. I think he has a better budget to buy in some of the better stuff that he has and gets included in his What's the name of this book? Is that what you're talking about there, Bobby? The book that I'm going through? I will show what's the name of that book, please? Yeah. Yeah, hold on a second there, Bobby. I'll hold my place after this page, and I'll show you the front of the book. I do have, it's a 2-book set. They did make a second volume that has a couple other odds and ends in it. But here, let me get through this one page here. It's about the halfway mark of the... No, that's fine, Bobby. Not a problem at all. Let me, it's just, I'll show you the spine too. It's just, 1951 to 1985. And then, let's see if I can get it in here. It's just, Topps Baseball. And it's published by Warner Books. Hold on, let me see if I can get this steady here. There you go, Topps Baseball, Warner Books. Okay, and there is a smaller volume I'll be using when we do get to the finishing parts. When we do finish up this first volume, I'll be going in and highlighting the few things that are in the second smaller volume. It's a much smaller book. It ends right around 1986. So I'm kind of looking forward to when we get to the 1984 Topps, because I might not use the book for that set. Haven't fully decided yet. I may just figure out how to go through and highlight my complete 1984 baseball card set. That's my oldest complete set of baseball cards that I have, is the 1984 Topps. Thanks, gonna look it up. No problem there, Bobby. It is a cool set. I encourage anybody that can... they are kind of hard to find. But a friend of mine on Facebook was able to help me out, and he sent me the set. It was down in the South, New Orleans area, I believe. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it was somebody that I know through my Facebook following. I'm almost at my 5,000 Facebook followers. You can have unless you become a celebrity status or some reason they approve you to have more, you can have up to 5,000 subscribers on Facebook. I'm almost at that mark, but not quite. I'm being more selective on who I add onto my Facebook now, only because I'm running low on how many subscribers I can have. But I do tie it back in with YouTube when I do StreamYards. I can stream live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. It hasn't really helped me that much, but I am going to, when I can, do live streams on StreamYard. Yeah, I'm always kicking people out of my Facebook. Yeah, I'm very selective on who I do friend on Facebook, but every once in a while, sometimes somebody slips in that you don't really want for your type of group that you want to have in your friends. So I do have classmates from high school, but sometimes friends and family, you kind of have to be selective. And I understand what you're talking about, especially with some of the things that people post on Facebook. I have a certain Steve Carlton, when he played with St. Louis. Sorry, I was a Steve Carlton fan when he played with the Philadelphia Phillies, when he was a pitcher for the Phillies. That was when I was in my youth, kind of like Dearman's age. when I loved the Philadelphia Phillies, just like Dearman. That's his team. You know, Dearman, some people actually wanted to know if they thought you were really my nephew. All right. So we're still hanging in there with double digits. We're doing pretty good here. Willie Stargell. All right. Up in the 450s. So hopefully everybody is having a pretty good week. This is the first full week of 2020. Right. I can't take, Paul. I can take Instagram or Facebook, the social media. Maybe it's just me. Oh, you can't take it. Yeah, it is a different type of platform. My son sometimes gets silly. He posts the silliest things sometimes on Instagram, and I'm not that type of person. I mainly use Facebook and some of the pages that I'm associated with for one purpose. That's personally for me. And that is for me sharing and propagating the gospel. That is my main use for my Facebook page. For those that are friends on Facebook with me, it is me and my wife. We share the same Facebook page. So it's Don and Cindy Blomdahl. We share the same Facebook page for the sole purposes that we don't hide anything from each other. We don't have our own personal Facebook pages or Facebook account. And some of the pages that I'm involved with are church sites, church pages, and such like that, where I share. So with my new series that I post up my video reading for reading God's Word through this year, which I got to create more episodes today. Today my last one posted up. So I will be recording some more videos this afternoon. Hopefully they turn out good with my my voice. Hopefully it holds out throughout the recordings. See how many recordings I can get done today. At least on average, those are running about 15 minutes. Because I am reading a couple chapters of the Bible each day as we read the complete Bible through this year. Yeah, with any type of social media and stuff, you do get all that kind of stuff too. When I see certain things like that, I just ignore it. I don't like the advertisements that I get, but I get it. On their platform, they got to be able to make some money somehow. So that's why with Facebook and Instagram and all those things, you get all kinds of advertisers. Anyway, these days it's part of life actually. I mean, they've decided that's why YouTube does commercials when you get monetized and stuff. It's not only a way for them to generate income, but that's how you'll get income from your channel. But you know, it's just fun. I enjoy doing this just the way it is right now. Yeah, I'd like to get monetized. Yeah, in time. Do I think I'll be big like Eric Jabs or anything like that? No, but I'd like to have just a nice, clean, good community where we can talk about the sport that we love. And that's what I enjoy about this. And that's what I enjoy about going over all the history of the baseball players, the baseball teams, the superstars in the league. That's why the Hall of Famers. That's why my channel is based around Hall of Famers, the stars. Not just the stars, but all of baseball. But a lot of people will center their collection on something that grabs them. Well, for me, it's Hall of Famers. I like anything Hall of Fame or Hall of Fame related. And you think, well, okay, how many times you been to Cooperstown? I haven't been there yet, but that's on my bucket list. That's for sure. Me and the wife are planning on going to Atlantic City this summer. We'll be there. I'll be there for the full meal deal. For every day, I might not buy much at the Nationals, but I just want to be able to enjoy going there, visiting, and getting to know some of the subscribers that are able to make it. So if anyone is able to make it for any or part of it, you will have my information. And those that truly do want to try to meet up with me and visit while I am there, that will be fun. And I would look forward to meeting you in person. That would be an ultimate, what I call fan experience, for seeing people that are in the channel and would be willing to try to meet up. That would be just real neat. So we'll see what happens. But yes, I'm going to be probably in the next month getting reservations set up to get our flights out there. I do have a slight advantage. I don't have to worry about lodging. I just basically have to buy the tickets for the National. Oh, I understand that, Paul. Yep. People that you've known in the past when they come back into your life. I've had good instances and bad. A little bit of both sometimes. But it is nice to touch base with people from the past that you do know. Yeah, that's what kind of does change everything in a channel, that's for sure. The trolls that come in and try and make life miserable for people. That's because they got nothing better to do but to just pop in, just like on my reading the Bible through. It's probably the same person that's doing it each and every day, but I always get a thumbs down for me reading God's Word. Don't know why they do that. Yep. build it, then they will come. There we go. Exactly, Paul. If people are interested in the product that you produce and share, they will come. If not, they won't. But I'll keep doing this as long as I'm able. Why? Because it's fun. It is fun. I like the fact that once I get more organized and when I do have extra time, I want to create playlists for like the Hall of Fame series, the baseball player biographies, the sports team histories, just my different video series that I've created. When I had my schedule before, my different breaks that I did, they'll be in a separate playlist. So down the road, I will be organizing all of my different videos into different groupings, which should also be interesting and fun. That way, if you do have a certain group or item you are looking for, you can find them. I think we are on our last page now for this portion of the video. Mario Diaz. He's my faithful Bible shower upper. He always watches my new videos when I post them up and posts a comment. He's Hispanic. A lot of times he leaves it in Spanish. I don't know what he says half the time. But I tell him gracias. I think I'm saying that right. Hopefully. If not, he'll understand. I'm trying to communicate in his language that I don't know. Yeah. I did not like getting those awards cards in 1972. And the last one, 787, Ron Reed. Sneak peek, 1973 next week. That's where we'll be. Our Posada's in the house. Laugh out loud, I tried to read his comments too. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know you're watching the video series too there, Our Posada. Do appreciate that. Let me go ahead and get ready to close this book real quick. I'm going to set my phone right here. Hopefully it don't drop. I got it balancing on my my podium here. Let me get this book out of the way quick. Sorry about that. Let me get my tripod repositioned real quick here. Let's see. I think it was Michael, wasn't it? Is Michael still here? Or was that, yeah, super short print cards? Or wait a minute. I'm trying to remember who it was now. I gotta scroll back. Let's see. Michael Myers. Are you still in the house, Michael? Or did you take off? We still got a dozen people here. We still have a dozen people in the house. That is totally awesome. So I've been going for almost an hour. We did have the numbers pretty quick early on. So I do appreciate that. Do appreciate the turnout today. Let me see if I can... let me see. I think I can get... Oh, I see where they're at. Oh yeah, Art Posada's always got me on, at least giving me the courtesy of getting me the watch hours time. Okay, here we go. I got them right here. Where's Primate? I haven't seen him on my channel in a while. Primate's probably in his own little world, keeping busy. Everybody keeps busy when they start getting their platform set up. There are certain people that they get coming to their streams. But, Wally Bunker. Wally Bunker. This is my box of Wally Bunkers that I have. I'd have to tell you the neat story about my Wally Bunkers. But is Michael still here? Or did he take off? Is Primate maybe not doing much these days? Or what? I'm pretty sure I've seen him around the channels. Let me check real quick. Let me see if I can get Primate to come up on my search. Yeah, he's got his 1,000 subscribers. He's about the same boat as me for that area. Let me see quick. Let me see when. I think he's still creating content. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he's it looks like the most recent post I see from him was about a month ago. So maybe he dropped out for a little while. Maybe Primate dropped out for a little while. I have to find out more about what's going on with him. Let's see. Anything in his... Let's see. He started his YouTube channel back in 2011. But of course, I know last year was when he started, kind of like me. He's got almost 45,000 views of his videos. But yeah. See if he posts anything on his community pages. Well, let's see. Yeah, his last post on his community page was like 2 months ago. Huh? Yep, he's got a Papa J from 2 months ago. But yeah, nothing new or recent from Primate. So, I know he's still got his Patreon. Of course, I was wondering what was going on. Nothing was mentioned. Nothing had been turned off or anything like that. I don't think he's monetized yet. He's got a PayPal link on his page, probably for when he does his breaks and stuff like that. MIA, he was a great source of knowledge for our hobby, yeah. Well, sometimes it's, yeah, maybe he took a break, maybe took time off over the holidays. Hopefully he shows back up. But I kind of took a hiatus with him also. Just wondering, hope he's okay. Yeah, I haven't heard anything new on Primate, but yeah. It looks like it has been a month. His most recent video was a month ago. It looked like it was a break or something with El Cajon and friends. It was a 2.5 hour video. Probably a break is my guess. Yeah, when people just disappear. Alright. Well, I guess Michael is not here. So I will wait probably until I see Michael again. Unless you guys want me to touch base and tell you about my story about Wally Bunker here. I could go through and tell you the story about Wally Bunker and how I got all these autograph cards of Wally Bunker. Still got 11 people in the stream here. Stories are good. All right, because I know different people like. On a good note, I heard that Mikey from Chasing Donnie Baseball is recovering nicely and doing better. That is cool. Michael Myers is here. There we go, Michael. Here's my Wally Bunkers. You said you don't have any Wally Bunkers. Well, I've got some Wally Bunkers. Last count, I'm pretty sure I've got 25 Wally Bunkers that are all hand signed. A couple of them, I think he didn't wait till the inks, and a couple of them got smeared, but most of them are pretty good shape, just like this top one. But they're not all the same. They're all different Wally Bunkers. So, since Bobby said she likes stories, I will tell you how I got my Wally Bunkers. So, Wally Bunker. I'd never really, I'm familiar with Wally Bunker, but exactly did not know for sure enough of a backstory about him. So, I don't know who Wally Bunker is. Well, he was a pitcher back in the day with the Baltimore Orioles, but I'm sure he played for 2 teams, from what I remember, right? He's Archie Bunker's kid. I don't know about that. That's cute. Archie Bunker's kid. Here. That is so funny. Sorry, you guys get me going and stuff. I'm gonna start getting all my my congestion's gonna get all worked up when you guys make me laugh. Oh, you gotta be old like Donald, and I too remember Wally Bunker. Bobby, Lucky. There we go. There's my buddy, Lucky. Me and him could be good friends. We're about the same ages, I think. But Arnold Horseshack voice. Is that? All right. So Wally Bunker. So way back when. I make it sound way back when I worked for the post office. Just retired December before this last one. My postmaster's uncle is Wally Bunker. And she had asked me, because she knew my hobby. She knew what I liked to collect and what I was planning on doing in retirement. Even before I retired, I had planned on doing something with my baseball cards. I just did not know at the time. And now even I do have some, not many, but there are people that asked, how you doing with your baseball stuff? I'm like, it's okay. It's good. What's that? 25. Yeah, I have 25 Wally Bunkers here. 25, and they're all autographed. So, but make a long story short, so she said, oh, well, if you want, I could probably get some baseball cards from my uncle signed for you before you retire. And this was about a year before I retired when I started talking to her about it. So I was like, okay, no problem. So, and long story short, tying in with that, he was due to go back to Baltimore for this big ceremony and stuff. They were going to honor him as one of the older players, to bring him back there to Baltimore to honor him and to have him play a part in their big celebration they had this I think it was a year or 2 back. But because of health reasons and stuff, he wasn't able to travel. He wasn't able to go back. And so it never did pan out. But what had happened was I went on eBay, of course, and looked for Wally Bunker cards. So I found this place that sold them and stuff. I think it was Burbank Cards down in California. And so I went and bought as many Wally Bunkers, but I didn't want to go too overboard. So I said, well, I'll buy about 25 of them. See if I can get 25 Wally Bunkers signed. So I went ahead and did that. Got them in, put them in a container like this. Actually, they shipped them to me in a container, this exact container here. So I haven't penny sleeved any of these at all yet. I just left them in the box. They're in in a spot here where I knew exactly where they were, because this is something you don't just think, oh well, yeah. So I had them, and probably about 6 months before I was due to retire, I gave the whole box. After I found them online, I paid probably about $20 for the cards. They're not all expensive and stuff, but I was like, okay, boom. I got them in, and I gave them to my postmaster, and she said, okay, as soon as I get them signed and stuff, I'll get them back to you. He said he lives over in Eastern Washington. He had been living in Eastern Washington, then moved closer to Seattle. So she pretty much had these for about 4.5, almost 5 months. And I kept asking her about once a month. I'd ask her, so anything on the Wally Bunkers yet? Nope, haven't had a chance to visit. So this last summer they had a big family gathering and stuff, and she went, and she finally, just before I retired, was able to finally, they had the family gathering. He wasn't able to make it there because of health reasons and stuff. She finally made it a point. I would believe it was Thanksgiving before I retired that year, that they had a big Thanksgiving gathering and stuff. And she was able to actually have him in pretty good, decent health to sign all these cards. So that was just, yeah, I think that's what it was there, Mike, back in 2016, the 50th anniversary. That's when he was supposed to go back to Baltimore, but was not able to travel there for that 50th anniversary when they won back in 66. Yes. So these are most, but not all of these aren't his rookie cards, but there are rookie cards in here. So I'll just kind of go through these and show you all the different Wally Bunkers that I did get signed. So this was the only one of this one that I got signed. And this was in 1967. Okay. This is 1964, the pitching leaders. Okay. There was, he was right on the bottom corner here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that one. 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. These were his 1968 cards. So this is a rookie card. That one got a little smudged, but it is signed there. The rest of these turned out pretty good. 3, 4, 5, 6 of these cards. 6 of these rookie cards here. Situate this back here. And then I've got these cards here from 1969. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these cards. Okay. And then I got his Gold Cup card, 1964 All-Star rookie card, right there. So those are my 6 different Wally Bunker cards that I have. Of course, this one here, and this one here, and this one here, I'm definitely not willing to part with any of these, because those are one of a kinds on that one. I might do them as a set down the road. Again, I don't have no, outside of the way I got them. Oh, and then of course when he did return them with my postmaster, he gave me it was a Wally Bunker greeting card, probably how he would do his through the mails. And he congratulated me on my retirement from the post office. And so I do have that, the autographed greeting card that he sent me in honor of my retirement from the post office, signed by Wally Bunker. And it's part of his Wally Bunker greeting card collection. So he must use those whenever he does like through the mail cards. He'll probably just send that greeting card back, or whenever he sent out cards to people, probably, is my guess. So I do have these 3 here that I would be willing to part with some of these. Of course, I'm going to be keeping one. I'm going to go through these real quick and probably keep the nicest one of this rookie star. But I do have and this one here, I'll probably keep 3, 4. I'll probably have 4 of these I'll give away, because I got to check into this one more. I think these are two different card stocks. I'm thinking, because you could see the slight discoloration here. But this one seems a little bit more glossy. But I can't tell really from the backs. You can see a slight color variation on those. Sometimes it could be just a different card stock. And I don't think they did Tiffany's back in the day in '64, but I could be wrong. But you can see the slight color variation here. Okay. So, but this is definitely his rookie card here. Sam Bowens and Wally Bunker. All right. So those will definitely be keepers for sure. So I do have 4 of his rookie cards. And then I'll go through and I'll pull out one of each of these, and then I'll have those available also. So now you know my story behind Wally Bunker and how I ended up with 25 Wally Bunker cards. So hopefully you enjoyed that little story that I just added in at the end of the tops here. So that's my Wally Bunker. My Wally Bunker story. And I'm sticking to it. So hopefully you enjoyed that, Bobby. It wasn't maybe a dramatic story or anything like that, but just wanted to kind of share that with you guys on how I got my Wally Bunkers. And that's my Wally Bunker story. I did tell it once before in an earlier video. Put them back in the case for prosperity. But yeah, just in case Michael is still here, that is the story about Wally Bunker and how I got. That's my largest collection of autograph cards by one player, that's for sure. I do have Ken Griffey Jr. autos. I do have Cal Ripken Jr. autos. This is probably my prize Ken Griffey Jr. auto right here. That's my prize Ken Griffey Jr. auto right there. Next to my Wally Bunkers there. And then I don't even think my Cal Ripken down here. One of my newer Cal Ripken I got here. No, that's not an auto. That's a 229 out of 299 from the Topps Tribute. Triple take. And then, of course, I got my hold on. Let me get him back on the stand here in the back here. Of course, then I've got my Cal Ripken Jr. Gallery, my Ken Griffey Jr. Gallery. Other than that, other times and other days we'll be adding in different types of items in my PC that I'd like to highlight down the road. So other than that, oh, no problem there, Michael. So yeah, as a fair trade, as far as I'm concerned, I will send you a rookie autograph card of Wally Bunker upon it. I'm pretty sure you said you'd send me the Ben Blomdahl. That would be cool. So make sure you have your return address on that when you send it to me. That would be awesome to get that. But yeah, if that comes in the mail, I'll definitely do a trade with you and send you a Wally Bunker. All right. I do have one package that came in the mail for a Family Mail Call Friday. Family Mail Call Friday coming up this Friday. We'll see if I do have more packages that I see that are inbound. I get those alerts from the Postal Service. That is a service you can sign up for, informed delivery, so you know when you have packages and certain mail items coming in. So I do have other packages going to show up by Friday, I'm sure. We're still at double digits in the stream. Is there anything else you guys would want me to chat about or talk about while we're here? I don't mind hanging out for a little bit, as long as people would like to chit chat on the channel. Let's see, is Kevin's Card Collecting and More, are you still around there? I feel so bad, it's been so long since we've talked on the phone. I know you've been gentle with me. This message has no body text. Okay, did you send me an email there, Dragon Fan Tim? Thank you, I appreciate that. I just saw that message from you and saw you in the stream here. I got the alert saying I got an email. I was trying to figure out what it was trying to say. Comes up as an alert and just tells me part of the I get any kind of alerts on my phone from my Gmail individually. So every time I get an email on my Gmail account, I get an alert, which I get hundreds a day for all my subscriptions I have. Subscribe to people, I get my alerts when people. So it's nice to see Dragon Fan Tim in here. Haven't seen you in a while, sir. You will like this email. Okay, thank you, sir. I'd like to check that out. Your card is already in the mail, and you certainly don't have to reciprocate. No, but I want to. I know I wouldn't have to, but yes, that would be a blessing to me in my personal, what would I call that? Family, personal collection type item. So other than that, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see that I am alive and it's not just somebody impersonating my voice. So, oh, actually, you know what? Why don't I have him? Wait. Sorry, I gotta dig something out here. I don't know why I don't have him in here, too. I know I've got, I thought I had got something from, maybe I didn't. All right. I was looking, I thought I had something else I could display, but I guess I didn't. Oh, the Card Mafia is up there. Card Mafia doesn't get displayed that often because he's up in this section up here, along with my one of one Ken Griffey Jr. I have there. It is part of a set, so I mean, but there's one of one. So in this set, I've seen other cards in the set, but I actually pulled this one, but I've seen other ones that are in this series of this set that was made. But they are one of one cards in the set. So let's see. I'm going to turn the camera around. ready to sign off here. Oh, Dragon Fan Tim has been sick also. Boy, it's going around, isn't it? I think throughout the nation, a lot of people have been getting sick. That is for sure. But yeah, I do have my Topps baseball shirt on. I always wear different shirts. Most of the people know that by now. But I am wearing my Seahawks shirt. We got to win this Sunday coming up. Otherwise, we're eliminated. But we're going to do our best. We beat Philadelphia. Now we got to move on to Green Bay. And it's going to be tough at Lambeau Field there. Trying to beat Green Bay at home. But it's do or die. If you can check that email before you sign off. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see. I might be able to check it on my PC. All right, let me see. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. I think I can do that. Hold on there, Tim. And again, I'm in no rush to run off, guys. If you guys want to hang out, I'm more than willing to do that for a while. Again, I wasn't on yesterday. Hawks can totally beat the Packers. I sure hope so. Hey there, Don. Breaks and Stuff's in the house. Bobby. Shouting out to Bobby there. Let me, I think I can log into, it's been a while since I've logged into, oh no, what am I doing? Gmail. Hold on a second. That's right, I forgot. You sent it to me on Gmail. I can check my Gmail account. Certificate of Achievement. This certificate is presented to Donald Blomdahl. This award is given out yearly by Dragon Fan Tim. This is given to YouTubers to give them recognition of their stream. This year, the name mentioned is one of 10 YouTuber of Dragon Fan Tim watches. Huh? Dragon Fan Tim YouTube watcher. Oh man, now I gotta print this thing out. Hold on, I'm gonna print this out. I'm gonna have to prominently display this. Let me get my printer turned on. I'll turn the camera around and show you guys in just a second. Thanks there, Dragon Fan Tim. This is cool. Just go with page 1. Somehow it was doing a page 2 that did not really have anything on it. All right. So here, let me turn the camera around here, guys, so you can see this. Dragon Fan Tim sent me this certificate. I'll leave this displayed here for a minute here while I'm in the process of trying to print it out. There it goes. It's going to the printing press right now. Gave you a bus at Dragon Fan Tim. You're welcome. Ooh, it's gonna print it out nice and fancy looking. It's taking its time. All right, and then I'll display that down here below here on my brake mat here. My brake mat. I gotta print out a new one. It's starting to get pretty filthy here. There we go. That's one way of displaying it. Dragon Fan Tim, the statistics man. I remember I used to enjoy when I'd go to Eric's channel all the time and stuff and see his statistics for who would get the most hits. Just different things like that that he took care of. Let me get this lined up here and show you how quick. Boom, there's the certificate. Right there. From computer screen to the printed final copy. Was the stats guy, not anymore. Yeah. Well, I still have Eric in my prayers. And he is the one that did start me in my YouTube journey, that's for sure. So I will be ever indebted into helping him out in any way that I can to be a blessing to him. There. For now, at least, I'll leave this down here so I can move it. I will have to figure out a place where I can display it. Might be able to have a spot right here or maybe on the wall. That way I could always turn the camera over here. Matter of fact, I could probably do that right now real quick. I'll show you where I'm going to display it. Just as an interim spot to display it. Alright. So I can show people if they ask. If they've heard about Dragon Fan Tim's channel. I can just turn the camera around and say it went from, oops, let me get that out of the way, computer screen to where it was displayed here and prominently displayed underneath my Looney Tunes. There's my Looney Tunes Empire State Building print. But there is my certificate of achievement presented to Donald Blomdahl. This award is given out yearly by Dragon Fan Tim. This is given to YouTubers to give them recognition of their stream. This year, the name mentioned is one of 10 YouTubers of Dragon Fan Tim watches. DF Tim, YouTube watcher. Appreciate that, Dragon Fan Tim. You have a prominent display in my space now. Oh wow! Look at that. He had 5,975 hit breaks from October 2018 to December 2019. And Linda W. had 441 break hits. That is cool. Break hits. Alright, we still have 11 people in the stream. Wow, this is crazy. But do appreciate that, Dragon Fan Tim. See if there's any other important messages that I have here. Actually, you guys don't need to see all my emails. I just want to scan through them, see if there's anything new that I've missed. Can't think of anything late breaking great there, but I did see that come in, Dragon Fan Tim. That shows up as an important to Google Magic. click that one. That would be. So it looks like when you get instead of like a YouTube sent email where it's like for subscribing to somebody's channel and YouTube sends out a message saying so-and-so is live. So it did show up as a different type of, so just wanted to kind of go over that one real quick. Let me get out from Primate here. See if I can go back to my channel. That's what I want to do. Okay, go back to my channel here. So of course it shows that we are live. Oh, that might show up as my thumbnail now. That's pretty cool. I might leave that there. I might make that my thumbnail there, Dragon Fan Tim, if YouTube allows me to do that. I know it selects random thumbnails. Let me go ahead and we'll see. We can hang out for a little bit. I wouldn't mind going to about the 2-hour mark, which means if we could hang out for 23 more minutes, that would be cool. So how has Dragon Fan Tim been, except for being sick like everybody else? Yes. So other than that, one of the other things I could throw out is just a pointer, because believe me, I was one of the guilty parties here. If you go into, when you do have chances, if you're trying to continually update and upgrade your YouTube experience. Let's see, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my tripod. It was really loose. I didn't want things falling apart on me here. Okay. There we go. But yeah, I like to every once in a while throw in tidbits of information. But you know the difference between these two, right? Customizing your channel, that's when you want to make changes to your channel. Up here you can have 5 different links. Okay, so what I have up here is you can buy me a coffee. This is my personal version until I get monetized of getting a super chat. It won't be a super chat as we know it, as you can see it in the stream when you're plugging away and stuff, but this is a super chat. If you click on this link, I'll show you real quick. It brings you to my PayPal me. Okay, so you can PayPal me and you could send me a super chat. You can just type in your amount there, send it off to the person, boom, that gives me a super chat. That's my version of a super chat. Okay, and then I do have a link here to my Patreon channel. Okay, so again, I do have I have 8 current Patreons. I had a new person that joined this month, which they'll get their first product sent out in February. I will be sending out my Patreon soon. Why is my, I cannot get an eBay icon to show up there for the life of me. But there is an icon in the middle here. If you get in the sweet spot there, it will highlight it. There are eBay Hall of Fame veteran sports cards. You can kind of see that there. I'll zoom in a little bit. Won't zoom in, but I'll move closer. You got Hoopla Doopla shopping page. That's Frank's Card Corner. That's his website there, in case you want to visit his Hoopla Doopla shopping page. And then I do have a YouTube link here. You think, why do you got a YouTube link? Well, when you have a certain person that really helps out and helps promote your channel, and is basically right now he's my top Patreon, he gets a link himself, and that's Kevin's Card Collecting and More. So Kevin's Card Collecting and More has a link on my homepage, just in case you guys want to go and find an easy way. If you're on my page, say you're watching my Bible videos that I post up and stuff, and you want to check out his devotion on his page, you can just click on this link here and it'll bring you to Kevin's page. Boom. There you go. Then you're on Kevin's. And Kevin does have his PayPal link here. for in case people need to pay him for PayPal when he does different things. But yeah, so that is something that you can do on your own pages. As far as information there, I'll go back to mine real quick. So that's all part of customizing your channel. You can update your things in your About Me tab. I see a lot of people that don't really put information on there, but if you do want to get information out to people, it lists my schedule for my streaming, what time I stream every day. All right, mail call, family mail call packages, FMCP, or no, Family Mail Call Fridays. I'm going to change that to FMCF, Family Mail Call Fridays. And then I'll call it, yeah, Family Mail Call Friday packages can be sent to. There's the address you can send that. There's my email address. There's my Instagram. I don't use it that much, but some people ask me, so, and I've used it for different things on the channel a little bit. So that's my Instagram link. And then this here is where you would add these links on the bottom here. That will show up on your home page on the top. These ones off to the right here. So those links I had on the bottom, my About Me tab, do show up here. You can have up to 5 different links keyed in here. Oh, now you can see the little box there. Couldn't see it a second ago. All right. So since we do still have a dozen people here, what I'd like to chat about too is, thank you for that now. Oh, no problem there, Kevin. Always wanting to help somebody that's willing to help others out. Okay. So with that in mind, I just want to go into my YouTube Studio back page for a second real quick. I think I'm starting to talk too much, but that's okay. I'm going to end here in about 17 minutes. All right. So here we do have, when you initially go here, you come up to your dashboard. It tells you your latest video upload, which unfortunately was last Friday because of my sickness. But then they always have different news in here. I like to check out the news. This is news and new information from YouTube. And they do go into what's new in studio, improved navigation, video description box expands as you type, and see more studio updates. Ideals for crowdfunding. All right, but they do have stuff in here that is helpful. That didn't update, but that's okay. It'll update. But then you can go into your video section, and this lists 2 different sections here. Things that you upload, which will list all your uploaded videos, and then it has a separate section for your lives, okay? And it'll show you that you're currently live on this one right here, 1972 Baseball Cards video series. We are live on that one still. But it shows you all your lives, all your up-and-coming projects, if you've got one scheduled. Like these are all my new videos I have to create for my Bible reading series. I do these all pre-recorded, and then they do release on the date scheduled. Right, and it shows up here when they were recorded, not necessarily the release date. You do that when you go into your videos, when you get ready to schedule them. So you could go in, you could tell it whether it's public, private, unlisted. I leave it private and then switch it to public when I want it to post. All right. So that is what you get in your video section here. All right. And it does have a lot more. It shows I have 281 lives that I did. And then as far as uploads, it says a total of 111 uploads. All right. So then you do have playlists available. All right. So it shows what you do have included in your playlists, how many videos are included in a playlist, and things of that nature. Okay. So we'll get that brings you into a separate tab. You go back, then you've got your analytics. I already briefly kind of talked about this earlier, but it defaults to your last month. You can go in here and you can go thank you for that. Okay, looks like the chat's still gone, and sometimes it locks up on my phone. We do still have 11 in stream. Lucky's still in here. Breaks and stuff. Dragon Fan Tim, Kevin's. But yeah, you can go in here. You can find your views. I switched it to the last year because that's how you're going to get monetized by YouTube. So it does show here I've got 3,752 hours being processed. Of course, it shows you, I'll get to the monetization when we get down there. But this is the one thing I kind of wanted to highlight right now is your comment section. This is sometimes an area that some people, if they're not too familiar with what goes on, anytime somebody leaves a comment on your channel, you can go here instead of trying to look through the videos and seeing where comments were posted. You can find out who it was that commented, how long ago they did it. Most mine will be less than it shows you what video they are commenting to, so you knew which one they're looking at and which one that they are making a comment on, which is kind of nice. So you go through there and you can give them a thumbs up, enjoy that. But pay attention also to not only the public comments, the held for review, and likely spam. This is probably, other than the public, the one that I mostly get items every once in a while. And once or twice I'll throw a note back to them that YouTube is considering your comment to be a spam. And then what you want to do is you want to be able to correct that. Okay, Bobby, are you still here? I don't know if Bobby's still here or not. She might be. I know she was here for quite some time, and she does like helping to support my channel. She's been watching some of my videos also to give me watch time. So, by the way, Dragon Fan Tim, if you feel led to do that, I'd appreciate if you could run a playlist or two. If not, I understand. But so about a month and a half ago or so, this is where I had a difficult time. I know I had a difficult time on it because pretty much I wasn't answering replying to people's comments. So YouTube will keep these on file. I'm sure there's a time when they eventually do archive them or something, is my guess. But pretty much it's YouTube does, I don't know why that is my video showing up blurred on your screen, or just is it showing up clear? Can you actually like read the comments if I zoom in the camera closer maybe? I'm not trying to do this on purpose or not. It's just on my computer it's showing it's blurry. Just trying to get clarification. My son, when he was home, he said you need a better camera. I'm like, I thought my phone was doing pretty good. But let me just do a refresh here on my computer. Maybe that's what's going on. Sometimes my PC's been acting funny lately. Oh, okay. No, I think it was my PC. It's much clearer now. So yeah, so go through and then read through the comments. Um, Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Heart the comment. I like to do both of them. And then give a reply. Once you give a reply, and Mario's one of my, he likes watching my Bible reading videos and stuff. Sorry, got a fruit fly flying around. Mario. Oh. All right. Yeah. Once you make a reply, then it's done. Okay. So I'll just do a refresh for now, so I don't have to put comments on the other ones here. You do a refresh, and it'll show. Okay, now I only have 3 comments left. But about a month and a half ago, before the holidays and stuff, I was going through and I was like, oh my word, I have not been paying attention to all my comments. So in the long run, that might have hurt me way back when people don't see that you're seeing their comments and not replying to it. It's like, why am I putting a comment if they're not even acknowledging that I visited their channel? Okay, so just keep this in mind. Go into your comment sections. I'd recommend you go there daily. I would say it's up to each person's preference, but I do it on a daily basis to make sure I keep my comments up to date and fresh. So just keep that in mind. They do have where you can add subtitles. Okay. All right. And then the last one I'll just touch base with is this one right here. And we're getting closer to my 2-hour mark, is where you do have your monetization. Okay, this is where you grow with YouTube. This is where everything that has been verified up to date with YouTube. So it showed I had less hours needed when you do the analytics. That's because those aren't completely processed and they haven't gone. Every day YouTube goes through and purges everything that doesn't, like if somebody doesn't like, comment, and subscribe the proper way, YouTube will wipe those out. So that's why you might get like 10 subscribers when you go visit a channel and stuff, because you visited theirs and they visited yours, but maybe they didn't leave the comments the right way. All right, you have to give that thumbs up. Oh yeah, by the way, thumbs up, people. Don't forget to give me my thumbs up. I haven't even been checking to see if people give me my thumbs up or not. But it looks like we have 10 or 11 thumbs up, so I guess people have been throwing their thumbs up. I know YouTube likes to see that for their analytics also. But yeah, so, but yeah, keep that in mind. So it says I do have 1,080 strong subscribers. That's not the exact amount. I know I'm at 1,088. You can see that on your dashboard here. Go back up to, or oh, nope, I lost a few. I did have 1,085 when I started the day. Now so YouTube probably purged 3 subscribers that didn't do it the right way, and now that updated. So now I'm at 1,085. So that happens when people do not join the channel the correct way. So you're going to kind of bounce up, bounce down, bounce up, bounce down in your subscriber levels. But that's just part of the process. When people aren't paying attention to all the rules and regulations that YouTube has laid out. And it makes sense they're doing all this in their program, because otherwise they'd have people becoming monetized left and right, and so quick they would not be able to keep up with the growth. That's why they do make it demanding now. It's not easy. especially it seems the closer you start getting to that 4,000 watch hour goal, the harder it seems anymore. I think they're really scrutinizing how people watch your videos, how you get your watch hours, if you're getting it from multiple people or just the same people all the time. So I think all that gets put into the overall process here. That's why this is the very most important, especially when you're grinding down at the end here. So for a while there, I was grinding up, and it seemed like as soon as I hit over the 3,500 mark, that's when things start slowing down. So I think you just have to get more people involved in helping to grow your channel. And so that's what YouTube likes to see too, is more participation. So if you guys if you can share my stream out, that's great. If you can share it with other people that you know. As you do the share out, make sure you put something in the comment when you share it out. That let's see if we can get on board and help this channel grow. It's a growing channel. People like his content. He just needs to get the bigger platform to get out there and be seen by more people. Once my health does improve, I do want to do more as far as more live streams. I know some people are doing longer live streams, and they do that for a reason. You do get more viewer and watch hours from live streams than just posting up videos, although I do like posting up videos too. So I'm going to be doing it both ways to get content on the channel. The reason I'm doing it with this Bible reading, I also share the Bible reading stream on 5 different Facebook pages, on my Facebook, and then 4 pages that I'm involved with, so 5 different platforms it's getting shared out to. And that also brings people into your YouTube world when they do watch those videos on Facebook. So that's why I've incorporated Facebook. When I do my StreamYard streams, I usually do them both YouTube and Facebook live at the same time, because that platform allows me to get much more viewers. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. As people start to follow you on your Facebook feeds, that's when you'll get more involvement on that end. So I think I'm going to get ready to wrap things up soon. So I'm going to turn the camera around quick. Excuse me, it's my congestion's definitely kicking in here. I'm going to have to take a break for today. Get ready to wrap things up. Alright. But I will be back tomorrow for my next episode on the channel. So let me move forward here, and then get ready to sign off and say goodbye for today, guys. So alright, let me scooch this up so I can get in the picture here. Alright, so for tomorrow, we'll do our next series in our Hall of Fame inductees. Pretty sure the Hall of Fame inductees for tomorrow, there are 5. I'll just give you a highlight. It'll be the 1984 inductees. It'll be Luis Arpacio, Don Drysdale, Rick Farrell, Harmon Killebrew, and Pee Wee Reese. We get to do Pee Wee Reese tomorrow. Alright? So Pee Wee Reese will be on our docket for tomorrow. I know I did his biography. He's a Boston player. I know Sally will like that. Hopefully Sally will be back. Okay, yeah, sure, I can do that. Show you how massive the Topps book is. Okay, so you kind of got an idea on the... Or here, I'll just hold it towards me. How's that sound? It would probably work out better. If I do that, I can see it. Oh, no problem. Oh, my word. There, I'll hold it up to next to me here. Again, this is the book. Oh, upside down, not upside down, blonde doll. There's the book. You can kind of see how massive it is. It is a big book. Trust me, it is a big book. Okay? This is, I do have a paper cover. I took it off. I can go grab it real quick if you want to see what the paper, I just didn't want to tear it up. It wasn't in the best of shape, but it was in good shape. Let me go grab it real quick. It's just right over here. Here is the jacket, the paper jacket for the cover, just in case you are wondering. And on the side of this one, it does say just Topps baseball cards, kind of like the other one says, Warner Press. And then on the back, it does have endorsements of Hank Aaron, Reggie Jackson, Joe Garagiola, Dick Young, and Gary Carter. This is 1951 to 1985. And then this is the 1986 update. I'm trying to do research to see if they did any more updates after this one, but I don't believe they did. If anybody could find that out for me, that would be awesome. Everywhere that I've been able to kind of find it and stuff, I haven't been able to. So this will be when we get ready to wrap things up. This one does not have a dust jacket. Back in the day when this single update came out, it was $17.95 for the book. You can kind of see there is an ISBN number on here on the back. These books back in the day, they had these big ones printed in Hong Kong. So that's where these books were made. I do like this on here because it does show it kind of shows some of the cards from the 1986 set on the front of the update. Alright. And it does have a special feature, Topps 1951 Major League All-Star cards. We'll be highlighting some of the different things that are in there for that. They are not in very good condition that I saw. Oh, the books on, oh, you mean online? Yeah, these are hard books to find, that's for sure. But overall, the condition of these two were just, the friend of mine that sent these to me, he said he didn't really want to part with them, but he said he knew that he felt they were going to be used for a good purpose. And I told him, don't worry. I think the baseball card community is going to enjoy this. So that's why I did this. So that's, just so you guys do know and are aware of that. That is what's in the works down the road. And yeah, I mean, I don't mind showing you guys this stuff. It's not for me to just hide. It's for me to share with the community. That's why I enjoy doing this. Yours looks good, Donald. The ones I just looked at were a mess. Yeah, just keep looking around, Bobby. I've seen them on different places and different... I started in 2019. I'm sure better copies will turn up. Yeah, just keep searching. You can put that in your search, especially on eBay. If you flag that, you'll be able to. eBay and different shopping places like that will inform you if that book would show up. If you're interested in it, especially if you like the listing. I get that all the time for different things that I've looked at, and if I'm interested in it, I flag it on eBay, And that way, when more of that same similar item or player or whoever you uh, do search for and stuff, if that shows up, they pretty much will send you recommendations when listings you're looking for do show up. So you can do that in, yeah, Kevin's saying, like you, Bobby, I returned in 2019. I took a 30-year hiatus. That was kind of with me, with my baseball card collecting. I collected when I was younger. I went into the military. I stopped. Towards the end of my military career, I kind of got restarted a little bit when I was in Japan in my downtime. And then, of course, I went my whole postal career, started buying cards here and there on and off. And then was deciding, what do I want to do in retirement? What do I want to do in retirement? And if you can only see my room now, you can see all these cards here. I got so much work. I've got cards in boxes underneath the bed here that I got to go through still. I've got stacks of boxes. I'll just show you guys around real quick. You can see all those 5,000 count boxes there. I got 5,000 count boxes here. I've got those here. I've got my 1984s on the wall. I got my 1984s down here. Outside of this stack right here, these are all 2019 1984s. And I think I've got some more coming in. I think I just got a few from Ethan's. And then I know Ethan's package is going to be coming in soon. But there's some Fairfield boxes for future openings. But yeah, those are my Mariners. Ken Griffey Jr. part of that. I've got that stack of binders underneath, and there's Cal Ripken Jr., Ken Griffey Jr. binders. I've got a box of Cal Ripken Jr.'s. That's just a quick down and dirty tour. I know it was quick and it didn't look too clear. It's all kinds of fuzzy and stuff, but I got stuff everywhere. I wish I had more time to work on sorting the stuff. But yeah, this is fun. I enjoy doing it. Here, I definitely went over my 2-hour mark. I mean, I'll hang out with you guys as long as you want. But you know, I do need to try and keep healing up, getting this hobby has introduced all of us to each other, and that's my favorite part. Yes, I enjoy that. I enjoy the friendship I've made with Kevin, and our common interests that we have, and for spiritual reasons, connecting through our churches, reading God's word. I've noticed that in the community too, that there are a lot of Christians in the baseball community. But yeah. So without further ado, I think I'm going to get ready to wrap things up. And just get ready to finish up the day here and move on to greener pastures for today. And try and continue to heal up. I know my wife's downstairs. She stayed home from work. I think I gave her a little bit of my cough. So she started coughing. She called in sick. She didn't go to work today. So she's probably ready for some lunch or something. So the Gorilla family is here. Wow. Getting ready to sign off and still have people showing up. That's because it's different times. What is it? It's 3:30 on the East Coast. It's the end, huh? Always. Mountain Gorilla. Oh, Mountain Gorilla. What am I going to do with you? But yeah, it's been a blessing to be able to be back on the channels on a more frequent basis now. Mountain Gorilla, did you see my email? Okay. So without further ado, sorry Mountain Gorilla, but you can do me a favor and just watch the replay. We did have a little bit of fun on the channel today. It was fun. We did go through our history lesson of Topps baseball cards, the 1972 set. So we're getting closer in time. It looks like we've got about 16 more years no, 14 more years to go to wrap up the series and then move on to something else. So it'll be a couple more months, about 3 more months for sure. We'll probably end up in March time frame. Then I'll have to work on what's going to replace this. It might be a different card company. Might be trying to get into some of the newer sets of Topps as we continually progress. And then you'll see how the hobby changed and grew through the years, continuing even up to current. Yeah, that's right. Kevin had his through the mail success. That was nice and interesting to watch that on his YouTube channel the other day. All right. So other than that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up for today. I did go just over 2 hours, which is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to you guys for now. Sorry, I got to clear my sinuses, blow my nose a little bit, clear up my congestion here. All right. Frank's Card Collecting and More. Oh, Frank's Card Corner is here. All right. So, Frank, you've been hanging out in the background. Our Gorilla family, you got 13 thumbs down. Who got 13 thumbs down? I'm up to 14 thumbs up. I don't know about thumbs down. Don't forget, if you jumped in here at the last minute, thumbs up for the host. Let me do another refresh here and see if it shows I'm at 14 thumbs up. I'm doing pretty good so far for having about that many in the stream. 13 thumbs up, yep. All right. Oh, I got 13 thumbs now. Okay, not down. Now. I know, it's probably just me and my... Yeah, you got 13 thumbs now. Reverse the letters and throw a D in there. Down, D-O-W-N. Put the N on the N and the D in the front and it looks like a down. I left out the up. That's fine. I'm just trying to have some little fun in the channel before I sign off. Down and now and down look similar. Almost, especially when you're having a hard time seeing with your glasses on. And it's even worse when they're not on. You should have saw me over the weekend. My eyes were red. But that's because of my real bad congestion. Really didn't want to go nowhere and my eyes were just getting red. But you know what? Frank, my watch hours. My watch hours. Here, I'll show you on my studio real quick. I'll go to my monetization. I still need help on my watch hours. But that's okay. It'll come eventually. You can see there, 3,728. Officially, I need 272 hours. 272 hours. I'm pretty sure it's a little bit less than that. But eventually, don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there in time. I do encourage people, if you can, when you can, if you have some of my playlists that you have not watched yet, you can go ahead and run those. That would be appreciated. I use my PC off to the left here to usually run somebody's channels when I can. I know I've done Bobby Catalano. I've done all her videos. I've watched all of Kevin's except for a few of his new ones that I haven't maybe seen yet. But yeah, as I do and as I get a chance, I do. That's right. Just as long as I keep adding to my hours each and every day, slowly along the way, the channel will grow. Thing is Lucky Lucky's kind of hard because when you do Lucky Lucky on the search engine, there's I'm so lucky, lucky, I'm so lucky, lucky, I'm so lucky, 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 lucky. My first lyric video. Sorry if any lyrics were wrong, hopefully. But that's not Lucky Lucky. I gotta type it actually. This. You know when you have Lucky Lucky's channel because it shows Lucky Lucky, his little. But it's hard to sometimes just bring it up. You gotta almost do it from the chat. You almost have to do it from the chat so you get the right channel. Because when you do a search for Lucky Lucky, you got all this other stuff. Because it just does a search not necessarily for the channel name, but anything that has Lucky Lucky in it. And it's so generic that sometimes you look through and you're like, I'm never going to find, like, there you go, Lucky Lucky. But that's not the Lucky Lucky I'm looking for. It's just hard. Sometimes it's hard to find her channel. And you keep looking and looking. But you know what? It's always just fun to just have people that are supporting you that don't even create content. That have that affinity towards you to help you out in any way possible. And that is what I totally appreciate. And I will do my best to be and to have them as part of my group. Actually, I do have Lucky Lucky here. Here we go. Lucky Lucky's right there. See that? There's Lucky Lucky. There's Lucky Lucky's channel right there. It says this channel does not have any content. But he is a faithful subscriber and he subscribes to 57. He's got 57 people that subscribe to him. And he doesn't even create any content. He doesn't have any playlists. Well, he does. Random favorites. He has 3 favorites on there. Have to go check out his favorites one of these days. Shows you he has a whole bunch of channels he's subscribed to. Alright. Nothing in his discussion. Nothing really in his about me. He's got an email address if you do want to email him. But that's Lucky Lucky. But you know what? He's a faithful subscriber, tried and true. That's why I have on the right of my channel here, faithful subscribers, Jab's Family, Lucky Lucky, Kevin's Card Collecting, The Past is Alive, Dragon Lady in Philippines, Breaks and Stuff, Team Bill with Geo, True Seekers, Joel, Yo, and R. Posada. I will be adding more in there and editing as I can. But just want to, we've gone farther in than I wanted to originally. But he says, I'm just a watcher. That's right, he likes the content on the channels. That's what he likes. And so that's why he'll be a faithful viewer. So yeah. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Since most of you guys that know me, I'm a numbers guy. I'm going to try and get as close to 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 22 seconds. So we got about 2 minutes to say goodbye. Ethan and Stuff 123 JK. JK. Ethan and Stuff 123. I don't care if you do. What's that? Oh, never mind. Hi. Oh. Oh no, I do. Oh, Lucky Lucky channel. Oh, okay, put the channel on the end. That's okay. I found it up. I got it. Thank you there, Ethan. Appreciate that. But I'm going to go ahead and get ready to sign off here. Got about a minute to go. And then I'm going to sign off for today. And then we'll be back on same bat time, same bat channel in the morning. 10:30 a.m. with our next episode of Hall of Fame inductees. Okay? So, and we will be going into the 1984 Hall of Fame inductees tomorrow. Just so you do know. Okay? So without further ado, I am going to go ahead and get ready to sign off. You guys have a great and wonderful day. And we will see you around the channels, okay? Bye, guys. Take care. And enjoy your day, okay? Hopefully I will see you guys around the channels, all right? Bye for now.